I'm just happy and proud of the team. Anytime you face adversity like we've had to face this early in the season, again, you find out about yourself, you find out about your team, and these guys have done a really good job of staying focused and coming back and practicing hard every day. We talked about perseverance today, and we got a young group that takes baby steps, and even Jacob as a sophomore, we're going to watch those guys and he continue to grow, and that's how we're going to build this thing. But we needed a win tonight to kind of solidify, just kind of getting it off our back and continuing to work hard every day, and the guys need to be rewarded. So I'm excited about that and proud of the way Jacob played.
What about just kind of getting a win? Jacob, talk about, nobody likes losing. What is winning tonight? What did it feel like coming off that court?
It always feels great coming off the court when you have a win, especially when you're you've lost a lot of games, and just getting a win just kind of lightens up the mood a little bit, get everybody going. It's always tough having a losing streak, and practice gets kind of tedious. Now we got that energy back, and I feel like that's going to help us a lot.
Coach, what's the locker room's a lot different, a win than a loss. Second half might not have been pretty, but it's good to get back in that win column. What's the feeling like in the locker room just to get those losses out of the way?
Yeah, I think a little bit of everything. Kind of relief, and happy for each other, and the good thing that, at least on my end, is they made a run the second half, and we had to withstand that run. So we got a little bit better at a part of the game tonight. It didn't come easy the second half, and we had to do a good job of withstanding their run, and so that's, you get better when you're in those situations. You don't get better if it was going to be easy. And come on up here, Reed. So the other things, I don't want to belabor the point, but we got young people, and Reed here as a freshman being able to make the plays that he did and calm us down and make nice simple reads. It's pretty impressive for a freshman, and obviously Jacob being a sophomore.
Reed, just take me through, what has the last few weeks been for you? You come through a program where you're obviously used to success, and in a sense, a lot's being put upon you just in responsibility roles of freshman. So how have you dealt with this? What's this last few weeks been like for you?
I've just taken after the seniors and getting used to everything around practice and knowing how hard it is that you have to go every single day in practice and what it takes to prepare for games. And once you get the experience and playing in front of the crowd here and playing with the seniors and everybody else, it just comes a lot easier. You got to be confident, but it's been a good transition.
29 minutes doesn't sound like a lot maybe, but put it in terms of the intensity you have to bring, especially maybe on the defensive end. What is 29 minutes like for a freshman?
Right, especially hard because we have to play even harder on the defensive end than the offensive end. So it's definitely been a point of emphasis. So if you're tired, we say pull on your jersey and get out. But you really have to try as hard as you can on the defensive end in terms of working as a team and getting stops, because then everything else is easier in transition. So,
Jacob, it would be easy for this team to just give up in certain situations. But watching you guys out there, you're clapping, you're diving on the floor, you're going after all the loose balls. This team, you guys are fighting, minute for minute. You got to be proud of your team because of that.
Oh yeah, definitely. We got a group of fighters here. Nobody just skips up. It's all fighters, and I love my team for that. They always we still got to get better at diving at the balls and stuff. We're getting there, and we're getting a lot better at it. But man, we got some fighters on this team.
Jake, you have a big game, and I'll check with Todd. I think in one key stretch, it was freshmen that counted for 9 straight points. What does that say about this team in the sense of coming through at that moment, not kind of fading, not letting that win get away from you?
I don't understand the question, to be honest.
Huh?
I don't understand the question.
What did it mean to come through in a late minute? With young guys coming through at big time in this game to get away.
Yeah, I still don't understand it. Can anybody clarify?
He's just asking, we had a lot of young guys on the floor at the time. It got kind of tough in the second half, and kind of what does that mean? These guys are growing up.
Oh yeah, Oh, I understand now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's great. You know, having it's awesome having young guys like stepping up, because that just proves that maybe they're not that young. You know, they obviously have to mature really fast, and I think all the guys have done a really good job of like taking upon that role and kind of growing with it. They still have a ways to go, but I mean, they're making huge steps right now.
And you had a bunch that guys got fouled.
Coach, wanted to ask you, obviously, next game might be one of the toughest you'll play this year. You may not have seen a whole lot of Iowa State yet, but that game's going to be a sold-out crowd for Saturday's Big Four Classic, and Iowa State, they bring a lot to the table.
Yep. And I just talked to the guys about it. Not very many times in life do you get a free swing, especially at a top 12, 13 team in the country. We have nothing to lose. We're just trying to get better every day. The one thing I want to see us get out of Saturday is that we're in control. I don't want to see them dictate to us. And that's where we grew a little bit tonight, especially when it got a little bit tight, especially when people press us, that we're in control. We dictate what takes place, and that's more of a mindset than anything else. So, hey, it's a free swing. I mean, there shouldn't be any nerves. If you bust your hump all year to play in games like that, and there's no pressure on us right now. You know, I'm hoping 1, 2, 3 years from now, there will be pressure on us in a game like that, but there's no pressure right now. We need to go play hard, and we dictate what we want to do.
Reed, kind of turned the same question to you. What's it going to be like for you, freshman? You come to college to play in these big games, and you got a shot against, like you said, a top 13 team in the country in front of a sold-out, 15,000 fans. That should be pretty fun.
Right, like Coach said, I mean, we have nothing to lose, so our team's going to come out confident, stay solid on the defensive end, and just play our game and just see what happens. I mean, we have nothing to lose. They're ranked higher than us, but we have nothing to lose. Free shot. We're going to go out there and play our best.
You haven't been a part of this in-state rivalry thing. Have they told you kind of what to expect out of this, kind of the rowdiness and what this means to the in-state folks here in Iowa?
You know, all that noise is just noise. You just got to stay confident and bring our team together. Nothing new. Nothing doesn't mean if it's a rivalry or not. Just got to stay confident, and play within ourselves, and make the right plays.